fiery hearing on Capitol Hill yesterday. Boston Mayor Michelle Wu testifying for more than 6 hours in front of a congressional committee about Boston's status as a so-called sanctuary city. Our political reporter Sharman Sacchetti was in the room as it all unfolded.
And
welcome back.
Welcome back. You just got back just hours ago, right?
Yeah, just a few hours ago.
We were watching the whole thing unfold. It was pretty tense in there. You were in the room. What was that like?
Well, it was really fascinating, and there were definitely some tense moments. I will say there was a lot of anticipation leading up to this. The mayors, they faced rapid fire questions, and representatives interrupted and moved on if they didn't like the answers they heard. So this hearing lasted a total of 6 hours, dozens of lawmakers asking questions. Each of them had 5 minutes to ask questions, but not all of them were in the hearing the entire time. Some of them had to leave, attend other hearings. So it didn't really seem like they were really on a fact-finding mission. I can tell you that lawmakers on both sides really seem to have their minds already made up on this issue.
I'm shocked. All right, so you're saying no minds were changed. All right, one of the most explosive moments actually didn't even involve the 4 mayors who were there.
That's right.
It was a shouting match between Massachusetts Congresswoman Ayanna Pressley and the committee chair Jim Comer. She was trying to make some points. He was trying to cut her off. Describe the feeling in the room as that unfolded.
Well, I was sitting right in front of Congresswoman Pressley, so I had, I could see exactly what was happening. And at first, it just seemed routine when she wanted to introduce some articles into the record. And then that's when the fireworks sort of happened. So what ended up happening essentially was there was this shouting match. She started to, read the headline of one of them. She said data from Texas showed U.S.-born Americans commit more sexual assaults than immigrants. And that's when Chair James Comer interrupted her and accused her of trying to get thrown out of the committee so she could get on the news. And it was pretty tense in that room at the time. And one thing that you probably didn't see on camera, AOC was seated to Congresswoman Pressley's right. And when Congresswoman Pressley became more and more vocal about it, AOC just turned and, quiet and was sort of focused on her. Her eyes widened. So that was a tense moment. Everybody else was quiet in the room except for the chair and Congresswoman Pressley.
Wow. Another thing we did see as well was that Mayor Wu brought her baby, right? We know that she just gave birth weeks prior to this.
Yep.
She did bring her baby to this hearing. Talk about, that moment, her bringing her daughter to the Capitol.
Well, we first saw her walking down the hallway with her baby. This is the shot right now. This is some of her security team and some of her staff, and her husband is there with her as well. That's baby Mira. Mira was just born in January. The mayor's husband also on hand. He was with the baby while the mayor was testifying. And she did take some breaks to nurse. She had worked that out with the committee. But at one point, the chair announced they would take a break. And the mayor said, no, the baby's okay. She could keep going and wait until everyone needed a break. She was also applauded, I will say, by a Democratic congresswoman from New Mexico for appearing at the hearing only weeks after having the baby.
And one thing folks at home might not have realized, we could see some of the different camera feeds. And, unless it was the congressperson who was actually asking the questions, their 5 minutes, a lot of those chairs were empty for most of this
A lot
hearing.
of those chairs were empty. As I mentioned, a lot of them didn't stay the entire time. And that's not something I think people really see. There's a lot of times they book them for other hearings as well. And so they may come into the hearing room, take their 5 minutes, ask questions. When they're done, leave. And then and maybe you see clips out there.
Interesting. All right, Sharman Sacchetti, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, a lot happening in our nation's capital. Make sure to download our WCVB mobile app to stay up to date with all the latest out of Washington. And turn on push alerts so you can get notified every time there's breaking news.